Cobalt, you need to be in a VC for me to pull you in. Hopefully for the viewers this is useful. Also, I'll kick you out. Oh, he moved out anyway. That's cool. Okay, commentary podcast. And there's Cobalt. Hello, Cobalt. Say hi, Cobalt. Cobalt, say hi. Ha ha. Sorry. That's terrible. But, okay, Cobalt, do you have anything specific you want me to... Okay, but for what it's worth, Cobalt doesn't have a mic, so he'll be replying to me through text. What is my favorite character to play? My favorite character to play is Big Ben! Who would have known? Cobalt, do you have something you want me to go over specifically, or do you just want to play a few games? Kobe talks in stream chat or on Twitch. I can't capture stream chat, so... Okay, so basically, I don't know if you have any things you want me to... Do you want me to play a few games? Go for games, figure it out? Okay, sweet. I'll make a lobby, and as soon as you join it, I'll start the time. I really like this. This is cool. It's really fun. Sorry I can't interact with the actual stream chat as much. I'm trying to cover stuff with the viewers. Oh, not the viewers. The student in question. Hee hee ha ha. As soon as you join it, I'll start the time. And you joined, and I'm gonna start the time. Sweet. So let's play a few games. Oh yeah, what characters do you want me to play? Do you want me to play solo Big Ben, Filia Big Ben, Filia, any order? Let me know. Any's good, I think. Okay, I'll go Filia Big Band. Actually, I'll go Big Bang Filia. That might be good. Let's go the stage. Because I think it's pretty appropriate. Alrighty, let's see what he does. Alrighty, there's an immediate problem. Okay. 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 Ooh, that's kind of rough. I think I can kill here. Yeah, that's dead. That's been a bit of red life in the process. Who gives a shit? Okay. What the hell was that? Okay, sweet. That's cool. That's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think I got a restand, so I get a hard knockdown. Sweet, I got a hard knockdown. There are 3 people watching, but 9 people watching when 4 signed up. I think there are more stream viewers that just are watching than people who have signed up. Oh wow, that's cool. At Cobalt, I mean, obviously you can't like talk during the match, but if at any point you have any questions, just let me know and we can go to the training lobby instead of just playing more matches or whatever. Okay, I should play more to focus on what he's doing. So I should just beat him. We'll just go neutral game. No time. Ooh, that's actually kind of scary. Okay. Nice, that's right. Okay, let's go back to neutral. Okay, go back to neutral. Just this is an exercise in playing neutral, Cobalt. Just don't feel afraid. Okay. You don't have to do it. Just I'm going to do it. So it's fine. Oh, that's cool. Ah, I didn't block the spike. Come on, man. Ah, I didn't block it again. Ah, blah, blah, blah. I beat Marine Arcade Mode. Peter, shut up! Play the game! Don't do that garbage. Arcade Mode is garbage, don't do that. Okay. Okay. That's cool. I'm not gonna deal with your mix up, but that's cool. He's gonna kill me? Sweet. Again, Cobalt, at any point, let me know if you want to just talk. I'll be talking after this anyway. Like, after this match happens, I'll be talking. So if you want me to talk a bit earlier, then let me know. So do you want me to talk? Okay, after that? Okay, sweet. Finally, he grabbed, yeah. Nice. Okay. Okay. I hope the point is being made obvious right now. Nice. Ah, I kept getting cut on. I want to finish this match. Okay. Oh my god. Ah. Oh, nice. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that was pretty good. Okay. Oh no, let me live. No. Sweet. Hey, let's go to training lobby. I'll make a training lobby real quick. And I'll invite my great friend Cobalt. Sweet. So, structuring this and like continuing the conversation is going to be a little bit difficult, but I want you to explain what happened in that match. And I'm not trying to be like mean to you. I just want you to explain what happened in that match. I'll pick my same team. I have to wait a bit for a response. That's cool. Out of curiosity, Pennyman75, where are you from? Also, I really appreciate you tuning in. I feel like I need to work on picking up patterns and not getting carried friend prep so much. I just want you to explain what happened in that match. I just want to literally explain to me what happened, why we were playing. Hoping our Twitch chat empties it whack. Yeah, it's kind of whack. Twitch chat is whack. I just wanted you to literally explain to me what happened during the match. What were the things that were going on? No, what were the things that were going on? Not just you, but like in general. How much of it do you remember? Brass mostly. Okay. In what situations was that happening a lot? So a lot of my approaches got stopped by it. Oh, no, because I was jumping so much, I think. Okay, do you remember the exact situation where I was doing brass a lot? If you just say no, that's fine, I'll explain it to you. TTS would be a decent idea here. Actually, yeah, that is right. I might be willing to enable TTS here. I think so, but I guess not. Let me see. It's TTS is too much work right now. I might enable it next time. For Cobalt. Yeah, TTS would be a decent idea here. I'll talk about it anyway. So I think so, but I guess not. So do a block string on me. Do you remember this happening a lot? Yeah. So the thing you can be doing. So like, what do you think you can do to beat that? Again, this is like kind of taking a long time. I'm not trying to be mean towards you, but like we really need to be pushing a little bit faster than this to like go over a lot of the stuff that I really want to. I can imagine Cobalt just furiously typing. Yeah, I get it. Again, really, I'm not trying to be condescending at all. Gotta do it fast. What do you think there are options? Because, okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm push blocking you and then I'm doing light brass, right? How many options do you think they have of beating it? Just do the options, I don't really care. Dash blocking, yeah. Just blocking is fine, yeah. Don't do that string. Right? Chicken blocking is pretty good. So you have dash blocking, which is good. Just blocking, which is also fine. And chicken blocking, right? So you have these three options, right? What you want to be doing is you have to recognize at some point that your opponent is just going to do this one option. Because see, like I've mentioned this with Caduceon and I mentioned with CJ. When you have different options to counter a specific situation, what defines the different counters is the risk reward that is attached to them. Does that make sense? Yeah. The reason you want to implement a specific option is how hard do you think you read it and how much reward do you think you'll get out of it. So if I'm doing light brass every single time I'm push blocking you, I think I made it obvious that I was going to do it every single time. You like never just dashed forward and blocked. The thing is that of course I can mix it up. Of course I can just start doing medium A-train instead, right? But the point is if I'm doing this every single time, there has to be something that goes, okay, he's just going to do this every time, I just have to beat it, and the best way of beating it is to run up and just jump block it, and then try to punish it in some way, like trying to dash button it, you know? That's when you can practice. So if you do that string again, just try to dash jump block when you see the brass happen, right? So do the crouch light kicks and medium kick, and then I'm going to push block you, and I'm going to do light brass, and then you do dash jump block, right? So just do the thing. Do a dash jump block, like as soon as I do the brass, because you want to punish the brass, right? You want to try to doing the string. Okay, I didn't mess it up. You want to try to dash jump block. See? At this point, I'm punishable. I am in extreme amount of lag or recovery, and you land it and you have no blocks on you, and you can go in for a crush like a crush medium kick confirm into big punish. See? It's like this, at this point, that's something you really should have started doing, is that the problem that you said you have trouble adapting, right? It's a very vague concept. You have to look at it in specifics and go, at some point, you have to at some point you just kind of expect not much armor light brass. No, light brass does not have any armor, but light brass is also safe on block if you safe if you block it on the ground. Again, I'm getting distracted by chat, but the point I'm trying to make is light brass, as soon as you do the jump thingy and you block it, you will land immediately and go for a punish. The fact that I've done this every single time should show you that this is an option I will not be dissuaded from doing. And so you have to call me out for it and recognize the fact that now that I'm just doing it every single time, you just go, okay, he's just going to do this every single time. So a way that I used to kind of approach adapting to my opponent is that I'll have a set of specific situations in mind. Like if I get a heavy brass knockdown, I'll run up and do crouching leg kick. If they get hit by it, I'm like, okay, they got hit by it the first time. I wonder if they're gonna get hit by the second time, or will they just block it? If they just block it the first time, I go, okay, they're just gonna block low on the first time they block. So maybe that teaches me something about other things that they might be willing to, to do in different situations. Like if they're just gonna block low this time, maybe they block low in other scrambly situations. You know, that might be something that I can use to my advantage, to learn their habits and try to punish their tendencies. So if I if I do it a second time, if they didn't block low the first time, they don't block low the second time, I go, okay, they're just not blocking low for some reason. The third time they don't block it, the fourth time they don't block it. Okay, at this point I go, okay, they're just not gonna block low, and this is free damage for me. And if they block it after the third time, I go, okay, maybe they've adapted to me. Maybe they'll expect me to do the low again, and so they'll just block low this time, and this time I'll run up and throw them. You know? Like, does that follow? Sweet. That's a basic way you can approach learning about your opponent and trying to adapt to them. There's other things you mentioned that I might look back at. Poor defense and predictability. I guess predictability, just build more options. The more options you'll have, the better you'll be at dealing with the fact that you're predictable. Like me, I think I'm very damn predictable. I do instant air dash, jump, light kick a bunch. I the options I do are not very different, right? The fact that the one thing I do a lot is I see what my opponent is capable of beating, and I see what my opponent is willing to beat, and then I adapt to it accordingly. The fact that you're predictable doesn't matter much in the grand scheme of things. It matters in specific contexts if you were predictable and you got hit for it. Just get water real quick. Okay. So, if it's predictable but it's safe, then it doesn't matter if it's predictable, right? Because it's just safe. It's not gonna be. If you're doing something that's predictable but it's safe, it's really, it doesn't matter if it's predictable because it's safe. Does that follow? But if it's not predictable, if it is predictable but it's unsafe, then that's a problem because they can punish you for it. Does that follow? So if you're doing something that is predictable, you want to, let me get to my point. You want to do things that are, you shouldn't care if something is predictable or not. You should care if it's getting you punished or not. If I'm doing this every single time at Jedi, and he's gonna just punish me with his 50 different options, or he's gonna hit one of his 50 idiots squiggly buttons that just goes through it, I have to go, okay, he's punishing me for this. It doesn't matter if it's predictable. It matters that it's getting punished. Does that follow? Sweet. So basically, what you want to approach this concept with is, are they punishing me for something? Okay. What are they punishing me? What are they punishing me with? Okay, this is the option they punish me with. What can I do to beat that option? And then you have a list of options that beats that, right? And then you want to go through the cycle of options and go, okay, maybe should I try low risk? I'm a guy that doesn't like to take many risks, so I'll go for a low risk, low reward option the first time. And the more he reads me, the more I read them, the more I might be willing to change up my reads on whether they mix up their options or not, or if they mix up, how much they mix it up by, and how much risk do I want to take in the read that I want to make. Does that follow? Sweet. As far as your other stuff, your combos are okay. Your decent combos are fine. I want to get in your Fuku for a bit. What options? Also, I recognize the fact that you have Fox and Falco colors, which is pretty funny to me. I don't know if that's a thing you're going for, but I noticed it and I thought it was really cool. So when you do things with Fuku, I've noticed a lot you do jumping heavy kick a bunch. I don't have Fuku to show you this. Do you recognize the fact that Fuku jumping heavy kick, as the kick is out, I can't pause it to show you, as the kick is out, the hitbox is done, but the hurtbox still stays. Do you know that? Right. So if you're doing it too much and you're getting punished, it's a similar concept. If it gets blocked, it's a very safe move, right? But if it gets blocked and gets punished, then that's scary. That's something you don't want to be doing more often, and you might be willing to, at that point, if they just look, because to punish that move, they kind of have to be looking for it. They can't really be like randomly just hitting a button and somehow it punishes. I mean, it can, but it's not going to be very consistent. If they're consistently punishing you, that's something you want to be looking to counteract and be, okay, in this situation, they're just looking for me to jumping heavy kick. Maybe at this point, I just back off and throw a light fireball. And a light fireball is something I saw you almost never do, which is really, really good, and you should be doing it more often. Just do a light fireball and I'll show you why. The fact that it covers the ground like this and it's really, really, really slow, it allows you to not even just jumping like this, but also just moving forward on the ground. Just dash forward and just hit crouching leg kick, you know? Or just like run forward, crouching leg kick, run forward, grab if they're just going to be blocking the whole time. I don't know how much melee you know, but the fireball is like Falco laser. It really is a lot similar to that, funnily enough, as the reference shows. You want to use the fireball. I kind of mentioned this in the critique I did yesterday as well. You want to use the fireball to gauge what your opponent is doing, and you want to punish them for that. And that's something that should be, in my opinion, the basis of your neutral game with Fukua, is that you throw the light fireball. First of all, you see what your opponent is doing. If they're jumping a bunch, throw the medium fireball, and they're set to neutral, right? To the medium, or like the heavy air fireball. If I'm just jumping at you, you do the medium one, you do the heavy one, right? And if I get hit by it, you're essentially at neutral. And you then want to see what your opponent is doing as soon as they get hit by I said the laser almost. As soon as they get hit by the fireball. If they get hit by the fireball and they still keep jumping at you, that's a great time to just do jumping light punch. Also, the time is up, so I'm going to end this conversation quickly. If they're just walking on the ground, you can use one of your amazing ground normals, like crouching heavy kick, crouching heavy punch. Sorry, crouching heavy punch is really far-reaching normal, right? You can, at that point, if they're just moving on the ground, jumping heavy kick becomes a very viable option. Oh, just running up and just hitting them with jumping heavy kick. I don't have a jumping heavy kick. You can show it. Just run up and just hit me with jumping heavy kick. You have to practice the spacing, obviously. I don't know if that will hit crouching opponents. Okay, maybe really closely they will, you know. But that's something you can try to implement in your gameplay. And again, I want to reiterate, it doesn't matter if you're predictable, if your options are safe and they're not punishing you. It matters if you're predictable, if you're getting punished for it. And so you should attempt to change up what your options are based on whether your opponent reacts to what you're doing. Does that follow? Do you have anything else that you want me to go over? Okay, sweet. I just realized what I meant. Yeah, I hope this was useful. I'll see you at some other point, I guess. I don't know. And I'll just end this. And I'll, kick you out. Maybe get a new bet. Time to get Tux.